should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
6:37.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oladoke into the air on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Oladoke off the play fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Carr. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Raiders at 1 and 2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Play action. Now it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
On second down, Jacobs. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
7:34.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, it just didn't happen.
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. On play action, it's Carr. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Oladokin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Oladokin's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he will try to run through their entire defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Broncos 7. Brandon McManus, the kickoff coordinator.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Darren Waller, one of the top tight ends in the NFL, and when he's healthy, he's always on pace for a 1,000-yard season. Easy play right there for him to move the chains.
Counter play with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Down to the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On play action, now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. From the 30 on 2nd down, Oladokun. He'll go up top here for Hamler. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, 70 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
It is good.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. Dancing to his left.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Oladokin on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. Finding space at the 40.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Throwing on 1st down with Oladokin.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here's Oladokin.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gault. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Oladokin, third and long. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down.
They're going for it. Here's Oladokin.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And Oladokin going to throw it here. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
What a terrific story is Greg Dulcich, who began as a walk-on at UCLA and got better each and every season. Really stretches the field average over 17 yards per catch his last 2 years as a Bruin. Exactly what Denver was looking for to replace Noah Fant at tight end.
It's Oladokin on first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause, forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
In motion, the tight end.
Now Oladokin. Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Got it. Ready?
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
To throw, Oladokin.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on third and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing his car on third down. On the move to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Back to the air on second and 10. Here's Oladokin. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown, Denver.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Well, Barbara, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
He was brought down by number 10. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking deep for Adams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
23 yards on the play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oladoke into the air on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
They go play action, and now here's Oladoke. Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Andrew Billings, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
After the sack on 1st down, Oladoke looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that really